90-Day Fiancé Jasmine Pineda replaces Angela Deem as TLC's Queen Bee? Jasmine Pineda debuted on 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days in 2021. At the time, fans mostly noticed her temper and the ups and downs with Gino Palazzolo. Of course, fans also noted her love for cosmetic surgery. Now in 2025, Jasmine seems more than just another reality star. Actually, she's become one of the most talked about people in the TLC franchise. Is she giving Angela Deem competition as the Queen Bee of TLC? Plenty of social media engagement. On Instagram, Jasmine garnered close to 500,000 followers. In fact, her 3 most recent pinned posts, including one uploaded only a day ago, pulled in between 9K, 14K, and over 1,200 comments. Obviously, so much interaction puts Jasmine ahead of many of her co-stars. Everyone knows that engagement matters because it generates income and also reveals that people react and debate: is Jasmine popular, or did she get so much interaction because of her polarizing nature? Controversy often fuels 90-Day Fiancé storylines, and Jasmine certainly delivers. After marrying Gino, their marriage quickly cracked under the pressure. By the time they appeared on 90-Day, The Last Resort, Jasmine shocked everyone by revealing her pregnancy with actor Matt Branis' child. Later, she gave birth to their daughter Matilda in March. The threesome. Since then, Jasmine shared updates about her life with Matt Branis, who seems to co-parent their child. That started after she asked Gino to accept an open marriage. Meanwhile, her legal ties to him remain unresolved. At the same time, Jasmine Pineda claimed she wanted to return to Panama to be closer to her 2 sons she left behind. Therefore, her story stays complex, and which keeps fans coming back for more. The Angela Deem comparison. For years, Angela held the crown as the queen of the TLC franchise. With nearly 1 million followers, she still commands a bigger platform. However, Angela's engagement seems, on average, way less. Meanwhile, Jasmine's posts feel lively and current. Fans either love Jasmine or love to hate her. Actually, that's what Angela used to be like before she became yesterday's news. Back in 2023, we wrote about whether Jasmine could become the next Larissa Lima because of her cosmetic procedures. At the time, the comparison seemed fair since both women loved glamour and controversy. Yet in 2025, Jasmine looks different. She no longer feels like a copy of Larissa. Instead, she somehow built her own brand of drama and influence, the new queen. So, did Jasmine Pineda take over as the queen of 90-Day Fiancé? Possibly, as the numbers certainly show a lot of engagement. She drives fresh drama, and she keeps her audience invested with every new update. One thing that we know about her is that she seems impossible to ignore. 90-Day Fiancé Jasmine Pineda replaces Angela Deem as TLC's Queen Bee? 90-Day Fiancé stars Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda are married. Dream come true wedding, exclusive. The couple opted for a small, intimate event with just 12 guests at their Michigan ceremony last. Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda are finally sharing their big news. The 90-Day Fiancé stars quietly tied the knot in June 2023 in an intimate wedding in Michigan attended by just 12 loved ones. Jasmine wanted a destination wedding initially, but we eventually agreed upon a small wedding with close family, Palazzolo tells People. While the couple says that planning their big day was stressful because they only had a couple months to pull it off, everything turned out beautifully. It was my dream wedding come true, Palazzolo raves. A super amazing day that I will not forget. It was one of the happiest days of my life, adds Pineda. I married the love of my life. 90-Day Fiancé stars Devin and Nick are married. All the pics from their surreal Arkansas wedding. Their close circle of guests gathered at Zingerman's Cornman Farms in Dexter to witness the couple exchange handwritten vows, with an 1800s white farmhouse as their backdrop. In a special touch, Pineda's family was able to watch the ceremony virtually from their home in Panama. The bride wore the perfect mermaid-style gown featuring a strapless lace bodice. It was love at first sight. I felt like the most beautiful bride on earth, recalls Pineda, who had her hair styled in a classic chignon topped with a tulle veil. She topped off her look with drop earrings and a glittery statement necklace. Palazzolo wore a classic blue suit with a light pink shirt and a patterned tie, and accessorized with a light gray fedora. The pair hired a top-notch chef to whip up their wedding dinner and served slices of their buttermilk cake with raspberry and vanilla buttercream icing for dessert. For Pineda, who is vegan, a small hummingbird cake with dairy-free vanilla frosting was made. Now, as the newlyweds settle into their married life, they are looking forward to traveling the world together. They also hope to bring Pineda's children. She has 2 sons, Juance and JC, with her ex-husband from Panama to the United States. And potentially have a child together, if this is in God's plan, Palazzolo adds. I'm excited about being a happy family with my children and husband and having a child of our own, Pineda says. Palazzolo tells people the pair's marriage is an opportunity for them to learn and grow together. We are now one person really, and we need to help each other overcome obstacles throughout life. He adds, I love that we have been able to overcome difficult times together and keep a strong bond and love for each other, he continues. I also admire that Jasmine is motivated to do well in her career and life, and that she takes great care of her children, even being far from Panama. As for Pineda, she appreciates Palazzolo's kind soul. The couple, who first met online in 2019, got engaged, for the second time, during an episode of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days that aired last month. Fans got to watch Palazzolo pop the question during the couple's vacation in Miami, after setting the romantic scene with candles, flowers and rose petals. I definitely believe I have a romantic side, and tonight, I get to show Jasmine that I am her Romeo Benito, he told cameras in the scene. 90 Day. Gino says Jasmine is getting uglier by the day as she claims he's causing her trauma. It's just too much fighting and I've lost my desire, Gino admitted in a confessional on this week's episode. The strain between Gino and Jasmine is getting worse by the day. In the July 7th episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Jasmine and Gino get into an emotional argument as she accused him of causing her a lot of trauma, and he admitted the continued arguing is making him question the marriage. Jasmine told Gino she was desperate to have his attention, and that motivated her to enter the pageant, before she complained that he hadn't made love to her in months. You know how much that thing hurts me and mess up with my mind? And is not validation, but damn, I love you and I want to be with you, Gino. That is thing hurting me. Gino, 54, said that Jasmine, 37, gets very angry with him, and that's a big problem when it comes to intimacy. 90 Day. Jasmine feels like a codependent teenager while Gino airs their intimacy issues at his family reunion. In a confessional, Gino admitted that Jasmine was to blame for the lack of intimacy in the relationship. It's just too much fighting and I've lost my desire, he said. She's getting uglier to me by the day with all this fighting. I just feel really worn out. He added, we have real issues going on, which is the arguing every day. I don't know why she keeps bringing up our sex life like it's an excuse for our relationship issues. Jasmine then questioned why Gino married her in the first place, as she told him, you should have never married me. You should have never brought me here. Well, I had hoped that things would change. I did love you. I had hoped we could figure it out, Gino said. 90 Days. Jasmine is miserable with Gino after he gags at her private parts, she says in couples therapy. His wife then issued an ultimatum of sorts. Well, I'm not gonna stay married with you if we're not gonna be intimate. I'm not gonna stay married with you. I don't see you trying to fix what I'm telling you the problem is, he hit back, and Jasmine lashed out, saying, you fix your thing head and your dick. You are the one who has to fix it. She then walked off and went to the bathroom, telling him he was free to masturbate all you want. 90 Day. Angela's daughter thinks Michael will drag the family through hell, and Jasmine questions her future with Gino. Michael is finally in the US after a 7-year wait, but Angela's daughter Skyla has some big questions, and Jasmine and Gino are more on the rocks than ever. Michael is finally in the US and Jasmine got her crown, but the 90 Day Fiancé stars still have their hands full trying to keep their relationships afloat. On the Sunday, July 14th episode of Happily Ever After, Angela's daughter Skyla shared what she really thinks about Michael getting his visa and arriving in the US, while Jasmine found herself questioning whether she can see a future with Gino anymore. During a visit to a restaurant, Skyla told her mom and Michael that they have a big communication issue as she got real about the problems in their marriage. I mean, y'all act like y'all don't understand each other. Last night, shocked me. Not just because he's here, but, acting all happy like nothing's happened. Like your marriage wasn't completely on the rocks before you came over here, Skyla said, referring to the ups and downs Angela faced while in the Ivory Coast with Michael. 90 Day. Angela slams idiot Michael for including screenshots of texts about infidelity in visa application. In a confessional, Skyla said she thinks Angela doesn't want to be proved wrong. She is doing everything she can to make this relationship work and she's scared of embarrassment. She's scared that everybody was right about Michael, Skyla said. At the table, she told her stepfather, "It's not about me trusting you. I mean, Mama might forgive you, but I'm going to be honest. I mean, I'm not as forgiving because I really don't care. I want Mama to be happy and I can accept you as family, I can, but at the end of the day, when you drag her through hell, you're dragging the whole family through hell," Skyla continued, before warning, "I'm not as nice as her." In a confessional, Michael said that he just wanted Angela's family to trust him. "I'm trying so hard, but I do realize I need to work more harder than way I thought to convince Skyla that I'm here for the right reason." Jasmine and Gino, meanwhile, were facing issues of their own as she was crowned one of the winners of the Miss International World pageant. "I cannot even put into words how much this beauty pageant means to me. It's so inspirational, honestly, I feel very blessed," she said in a confessional. "But this is the thing, it sucks going back to Michigan because Gino and I need to talk about our issues, which gives me a lot of anxiety and it scares me. I don't know what the future holds for Gino and me. I am very proud of myself. But I cannot pretend that this is a happy moment because I was so sad last night after all the things you said to me and your freaking behavior, pointing out once again that I am the problem. The way it seems to me is that you're always trying to put me down," she told Gino. "And then the audacity you have to be, in the first row when I won my crown. You pretending that you were the lovely husband who's proud of his wife." Things got even more heated when Gino brought up Jasmine's application to be a permanent U.S. resident, as she thought he'd submitted the paperwork weeks ago. "I don't believe anything that is coming out of his mouth anymore," she said in a confessional. 90-day, Jasmine tells Gino to improve her bad mood by sticking his big toe in her mouth. "I love it." Gino called his wife's solution to their recent tensions True Love. 90 days. Jasmine and Gino want to work through their problems, and Jasmine has the perfect solution. On the June 16th episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, the couple made amends after their argument, and Jasmine told Gino that in the future, if she's in a bad mood, he should take his big toe and just put it in my mouth. She told her husband to put his toe very deep into my throat, to which he said, "So she shuts up." "Yeah. It's like a pacifier in my mouth," Jasmine admitted. "I love it so much." True love, Gino said in response to his wife's admission earlier in the episode. The couple had reflected on the argument they got into on the June 9th episode, when they exchanged insults about how the other is not a real man or woman. "You know what is a real man? Real men are providers. And they never throw into my face and list the things they do as a man," Jasmine had told Gino, to which he hit back, "Let me tell you what a real woman is. A real woman, an attractive woman, is one that's calm and gentle and not argumentative, angry, and bitchy." Jasmine said that Gino's comments about her really hurt her and he apologized. "I'm sorry that I retaliated. But you told me that I'm not a provider, I'm not a real man, and that really hurts me because I feel like I've been a provider to you." She then apologized as well. "I am sorry if I hurt your masculinity as a man and you felt less than a man. That was not my intention." She said she will work very hard on not starting arguments with Gino, adding, "Even if we're arguing, I promise on my life, even when I'm mad at you, I will still respect you. It's going to take some time, and when I'm comfortable to do it, I'll let you know," he said. In the confessional, Jasmine said they're taking baby steps after the very